Hi, this is Christine Thompson, lead agent on the CT team at Baird and Warner. I've got my realtor mother with me, and I thought, Mom, why don't you share a little bit about how you thought was the best way to treat a client? We'll talk about a buyer. If you're out helping a buyer purchase a home, what was your philosophy about good service to a client?
The philosophy is this: if you're a good realtor, sold homes, you know or get to know your client, your buyer very well, you should give him choices. And when you feel like that this is not the house for them, you should let them know and say, I cannot make decisions for you, but if I'm telling you that house is too much for you.
And when you say too much, do you mean too much money?
Yeah, you cannot make the payments on the house.
So you're paying attention to what is affordable on their monthly. So
right.
You gotta do a little bit of math.
Right.
Not hard.
I did, when you do the, how do you say this?
Pre-qualification?
Pre-qualification, and you know what the income is. You know that this house is beyond their reach, you know. It's too high for them.
Yeah.
And I had a situation one time. There was a couple, they had 2 children, and we were sitting in a...
2 little children or big grown children?
No, little children.
Young children.
About 9, 8 or 10.
So they had years ahead of them of raising them.
Oh yes. And anyway, he had a job, but his income was modest, you know. And I showed him the house, and we're sitting in the, after showing the homes, they made a decision on one house, what they really want to buy, they really like both. And I sat down with them, and I said, you know what? I want to bring something up to you. And maybe it's your decision, not mine. But I think this house is too much for you. And I said, take a look. Here's your wife, and there are 2 little kids. And if you cannot take your wife and the 2 little kids to McDonald's for a dinner, that house is too much for you.
So that's very thoughtful of you. And were they appreciative of that?
When I brought it up to them, they said, you know, you got a good point.
Well, there you go.
That house is too much for us.
All right, so there's a story from my mom, Edith. We'll have more stories for you, and a little example of who I learned from on how to really care for your clients, right?
Yes, you have to
care about the clients.
You have to care for your client.
Thank you for watching. We're going to have more stories for you. I'm going to bring Edith back for you. You have a great day.
Okay.